Hello, I'm King Koopa, and this is my lawyer. My lawyer's finally arrived. My lawyer's name is Freddy Krueger, but with a IE, for both legal reasons and also because this is a female dinosaur lawyer. In today's episode of Tuesday Night Monster Fight, we're going to cover episode 7 of the Monsterverse series Skull Island. And let me tell you, it's a little exciting. We see Kong with, his first human friend from the Iwi tribe. We see Kong fight these weird chameleons. And we're introduced to the Kraken. And I can confirm with my legal advisor that it is indeed a wet Bigfoot. It's a wet Bigfoot. Let's hit that Skull Island intro. Episode 7 of Skull Island starts out with a girl. So it shows Island Girl, and she's running through the jungle on Skull Island, and she's running and running, and then there's something behind her, something's chasing her, you know what I'm saying? And then it finally shows it, and from the movie Kong Skull Island, it's a skull crawler. It's not like a giant one like the Ramarak, the big one from the movie that Kong fought. I don't think it's as big as that one. It's maybe as big as the one that broke the Triceratops skull thing. If you've seen Kong Skull Island, you know what I'm talking about. If you have not seen it, but would like me to cover it, I will happily cover it. Just let me know in the comments. Island Girl gets backed up to a wall, on a cliff, like a cliff wall, and then the skull crawler, it approaches her, and it looks like it's gonna munch her, because skull crawlers munch people. They just do. And then Kong comes out of the sky. He comes out of the sky and he crashes through, and he puts a spear through the skull crawler's skull. And then after that, Island Girl is pick me up. And Kong gives her, he's like, I don't want to. But he does pick her up. It then shows us the temple that we saw before with the pillar thing that Dog and Charlie were on. And it shows Scraw swooping in, and it dropped off a grass cat. And I was like, oh, what's going to happen to the grass cat? And then all of a sudden, Kong walks up, and he eats the grass cat. He just picks it up and munches it. Would you munch a grass cat? I don't know. You're an herbivore, right? So would a grass cat, never mind. I guess it's like having a salad with chicken in it or something. You know what I'm saying? It's fine, I guess. It's fine. My lawyer's kind of menacing. Then Scraw's up on the thing, and Kong looks up at Scraw, and then Kong goes to find Island Girl. Kong and Island Girl climb up to the top of the mountain of Skull Island, and they look up at the stars, and then they can see the village where Island Girl is from. And then they talk about having robot bodies or something. But I'm be real here. Never mind. You're kind of scary though, for real. You're a little bit. Okay, never mind. I'm sorry. You're my lawyer. You meet solid legal advice, and you've protected me 16 times from Stegosaurus attacks. And I'm very thankful. I'd high five you, but I don't want you to cut my hand off on accident. You know what I'm saying? You understand. He finds Island Girl, and then they go, they're going on an adventure on Skull Island, and then Kong comes across, I don't know what the heck they're called. They're like gigantic chameleon things. And then Kong, he wants to fight him. And Island Girl, like, no, that's a bad idea. Come on, man, let's get out of here. But Kong just, he's like, oops, and drops a giant rock on one of them. And then there's this big fight. And then Kong fights two of them while the third one is trapped underneath of the rock he dropped initially. And when he first jumps down, one of them looks up and sees Island Girl, and then it jumps up all the way to the top of the cliff. And Kong is at the bottom. He's like, oh, I gotta go up and help her. And she's up there facing down one, and then she puts a spear through his tongue. And then she runs, and she goes to try to run, but like Kong bumps the rock wall, and she falls. And then Kong has to jump up and grab her to save her. And then Scraw comes in out of there. He comes out of nowhere like a Deus Ex Machina Scraw. You know what I'm talking about, don't you? I like having my lawyer around, guys. I'm not gonna lie. My lawyer is huge. Them Stegosauruses don't stand a chance. And my lawyer isn't attacking them just to eat them. My lawyer is also an herbivore. My lawyer is a Therizinosaurus. Pretty cool, huh? One of the chameleon things, it uses its tongue to grab on a Scraw's foot, and then Scraw flies away, and then it like reels itself in, and it bites Scraw's leg. And then Scraw's like, oh! And then does this cool barrel roll. Like, like Fox, do a barrel roll. Like that. And he does a barrel roll. Then the chameleon monster falls. And as it's falling, these things are petty, okay? Like, I don't know what it is about Skull Island or the kaijus in the Monsterverse, but like, aside from Kong, like, yes, even Godzilla, they're all super petty, and they're all jerks. They're all super petty jerks. Except for Shimo the Ice Koopa. He's cool. I like Shimo. Stay focused, King. It falls and it grabs Island Girl, and then it falls, and then it lands on a bone, and it, it goes through its stomach. And then, Island Girl, fine. She fell. She's fine. She's fine. It was fine when Link fell from that far and landed in hay. It's fine when Island Girl falls and lands on this thing's belly. It's fine. One of the chameleon things munches Kong on the shoulder, like, kind of bad, and then he, like, bashes and bashes and bashes, and he, he beats him up. He beats up the chameleon things because he's mad now. Like, he's mad. And the one thing he's trying to trick Island Girl with his tongue, well, all right then. Kong defeats them. Island Girl is really mad because she told Kong not to fight them, and then her life was in danger multiple times, and also Kong got injured. Then after the fight, right, Kong, he goes into the bay because Island Girl from a fishing village, and Kong goes in the water outside of the fishing village, and he like washes himself off, and like the blood from his shoulder bite, it sinks down into the water. Something, his blood touches, I guess, the Kraken's tentacle, and then the Kraken wakes up. Like, Kong leaves, and then he goes to bed, and then in the next morning, because it's a fishing village, they all set out to fish, because that's how they eat. And then this stinky, wet Bigfoot that lives in the water, this Kraken, right? He starts eating all of the villagers, like every one of them. And the ones that he doesn't eat, he starts slapping with his poison tentacles. Remember what happened to Mike? That's what, he got them. And like the ones, when he didn't eat them, he ate the rest of the ones he got with the Mike sauce. And then Kong shows back up and he sees Island Girl laying on the ground, and like she's alive, but she's not okay. So Kong takes her back to the temple, and then she's like, my king. And then Kong touches her hand to his nose, and then she passes away from her injuries and the poison. So Kong takes her back up to the mountaintop where they were Talking about having robot bodies, I guess, but again, I don't think that's a great plan, Kong. Look. Then he buries her on the mountaintop, and it shows Kong being actually quite afraid of the Kraken. And then he hangs Island Girl's necklace in the temple, and that's the end of the episode, Koopas. Let me know what you thought in the comments. Let me know what you think of my new dinosaur lawyer. I think my dinosaur lawyer's pretty cool. My dinosaur lawyer was actually in a movie. My dinosaur lawyer was in a movie. Did you know that? The movie was Jurassic World Dominion. And I'd like to cover that movie this fall. Maybe this winter, but I don't know. I kind of like the movie. It gets weird, and I like it. Anywho, remember, Koopas, be kind to people you have no reason to be kind to. Thank you for watching. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And I want you to have a nice day. Oh.